All right, guys, what's up? Before we get started with the show, I just had a couple things I wanted to say. Thank you for tuning into the first episode of The Weird Show, the first installment of The Weird Show. Hopefully, this is going to be a weekly podcast. I plan on it being weekly, at least, an episode a week, preferably uploading on Mondays or Tuesdays. And hopefully, we'll have some host shows in between where I don't necessarily have a guest, but just me and my friends rambling on about whatever there is. Probably do it live on stream, answer your questions, whatnot. Quick thank you to Larry and everyone for tuning in. This first episode does have some minor technical issues and bathroom breaks. Wasn't really prepared. I don't know what the first thing. Well, I know a lot about podcasting, but this is my first time actually doing one, so bear with me. If you know any famous people in the area that I live in, I currently live in North Carolina, more or less towards the East Coast or middle grounds of North Carolina, near Raleigh. If you know anybody that you want to see on the show, let me know. Leave some suggestions in the comments, at me, wherever. That'll be my contact information is going to be in the description. Preferably the East Coast of North Carolina and Raleigh area, maybe the Charlotte area, somewhat up towards Virginia, Richmond. Just let me know. I'll try to my best to track him down and get him on the show. Yeah. That's about it. I know I breathe a lot. I'm sorry. I'm just nervous. Yeah. You can call me Lipe Reyes, Fupa God. All right, enjoy the show. All right, guys. Welcome to the debut episode of The Weird Show.
Oh,
started by me,
the weirdest of shows to ever touch the planet.
Lipe.
To ever have been here.
I don't even know what my screen name is yet.
You don't know what your screen name
My
is?
stage name.
Fluffy Felipe, Big Fluff, the big dog. Me and Felipe go way back, man. Shouts out to my boy, man.
My first guest is THCtemple, and I've known Larry for God knows how long.
A long time.
Long,
man.
yes.
Very ancient, bro. We got spider webs, cobwebs on our shit, man. Me and Felipe been out here in these streets trapping since middle school, man. See, Felipe ain't told y'all all that. He look real straight edge and real cool, man. My homie out here, he been selling them X pills, Mex pills, Tradeville, whatever you need. He got them. He got a little bit more than Coronas for you, man.
Yeah. Corona's the main thing that I love.
Shout out to my boy, though.
Yeah, this is a... But yeah, this is this is my show. I'm gonna try to make it different from everybody else, cookie cutter questions and whatnot. But we're gonna try and ask the questions that you guys want to hear.
We skip over all the fuck shit around here. Yeah. We get straight to the meat and the potatoes.
So do you sell
Ask
drugs?
Me about that time when my uncle touched me in the 4th grade, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, what?
Right,
Selling
right.
drugs.
Yeah.
After that one, yeah, I'm ready to stitch all over myself. Whatever to get out of that one. Yeah.
First guest is a THCtemple. From where we come from, there's not really anybody around here that is quite as big as you. Besides that one guy I showed you earlier,
there are a few people. A couple, but that's like it's an honor to even be in those ranks. Like I say, even if it's not that many, around here, if you work at a fucking tobacco plant or if you work at a fucking packing meat plant. Everybody has a job like that. Everybody knows somebody with a job like that. So, like the fact that, everybody doesn't know somebody with a YouTube channel. So that's what I'm saying. That's really special. And that's no shade or no hate on the meat packing folks. I love some fucking bacon. So
Smithfield Packing. Shouts out to Smithfield Packing.
Yeah, without the bacon, like what the fuck will we do? We trying to get the bacon and the bacon. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day.
Like no offense or anything, but like out of our whole graduating class or whatever, nobody. I'm pretty sure nobody would have guessed oh Larry, he's at what almost 200,000 on YouTube right now.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm telling you, a lot of people, I said that I was gonna be famous and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. People laugh at you, people scoff. Haha, it is what it is. But the main thing, man, is even people that'll probably laugh at me now, because I'm a weed medicine channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here taking my medications, y'all. Y'all wouldn't say shit to Granny over there if she would take a heart pressure medicine. So don't say nothing to me over here while I'm smoking my little bit of cannabis, right?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's like having a YouTube thing or just even like feeding the people, man, entertaining the people is something I've always wanted to do because fucking entertaining is something that I've always like when people entertained me growing up, it made me feel real good. So I guess that's what the root of it is. I want to make people feel good. And I know that entertainment, making people laugh, making people taking their mind off of the fuck shit of the world, I know that's one of the best ways to do it. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's why I always gravitated to it.
You do a great job at it, too.
Hey, man, thank you.
Your audience is pretty loyal, considering your upload schedule. Not to put you on the spot or anything, but, you know,
look, man,
people stick around that long.
Yeah, man.
You're doing something right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Even when I go through myself, man, I've seen, you know, like, there's been points and times where I may haven't uploaded for 2 months or this weeks or that many times, but my people, like the feedback that they give me, like my channel is a lot different from a lot of, you know, everybody else's channels. And that's not to say that I'm, you know, big and better than everybody else, but it's because like, I say that because, you know, a lot of people, they may stick around. Oh, they got to look at what's the numbers, what's the views for this one, 28%. Oh, we're down 4% this week, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying, some stock number shit. Like, it ain't that it wasn't that complicated with me. I can't lie and say that today I haven't changed up because today, like you say, you know, the views fall down. And if the people aren't fed, if the people aren't getting entertained to 100% maximum levels, then I'm now, you know, I don't feel good. So of course that's what made me have to go into there. But other than that, like that's the main thing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have these people out here, like, over time. This has been, like, I'm, like, 4 years deep into it now. So now the people who are with me now, like, who have stuck with me, of course, it was real easy to be with me, like, when I first started out and I was uploading really good. But the people who have stayed with me throughout the years and still show up to live streams, still show up to videos, still, you know, ask me and wonder and just always still pulling. There's people that say I'm the best YouTuber, you know, and best, you know, like there's people, of course, that say I'm the best weed tuber, maybe because there's only like 10 of us left, you know, after YouTube deleted everybody. But there's a lot of people that say I'm the best YouTuber, period. So, you know, in order to be doing that, these people have to be mad loyal. So that's something that, you know, of course, 4 years into it now, like I said, with people, the fact that I've grown up an audience to that height, even if it's just 100 people that think that out of 100,000 subscribers or almost 200,000 subscribers, is something that's really making me, you know what I'm saying, root into the ground now that, oh, okay, this is something that's real. This is something more than just, oh, they clicked the button because they like the video I made. These people actually fuck with who I am. You know what I mean?
Very humble guy, the THCtemple, as you can see.
Got to be.
All right, so I know I said in the beginning we weren't going to ask the basic questions, but, you know, there's some people out here that are going to be seeing you for the first time. They don't know nothing about you. So
hey, man, ask it up, man. We in the fucking building.
Especially, I want to know coming as, like, one of your closest friends.
Yeah.
Who is your inspiration? I know probably, like, Woody's gamer tag. I know you used to fuck with him so much back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Dude, pretty much everybody I've came across is my inspiration, bro. Like, even you, like, just fucking buying all this stuff, getting all this shit, like, getting real deep into fucking doing your podcast and shit, having a goal, having a dream, doing the shit. Like, I'm inspired literally by anybody who's out here who has a dream, who has a goal, and they're doing it. Because there's so many people who have goals, they have dreams, but they stay that goals and dreams. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever do anything to bring it to fruition, or even if they do, as soon as things start getting hard, they dip out. You know what I'm saying? Or they give up.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is I love people who, you know what I'm saying, who can, you know what I'm saying, who can stay down in something, you know what I'm saying, who can get something, believe in something, they love something, and that's what they do. So, like, if I were just to name some people, literally, like, fucking even with the fresh cut, with the fresh shave right now, I know I look like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like Will Smith, somebody like that. Like, fucking, you look at anybody's story, any of these fucking, like Will Smith, he was a fucking rapper. He came out, he ain't cuss, he won't fuck the police, he won't big booty bitches. He was just a clean cut dude. He came out, did the raps, and the raps was pretty good, but he was probably going to get to a point, if he didn't go into acting and shit, it would be like he'd be on episodes of Where Are They Now? Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Will Smith would be fucked up.
That's happening.
Yeah, Will Smith would be done. So, but Will Smith, he said, fuck that. I'm going to go into these other avenues. I'm going to do what I got to do. And now he's a world-class actor. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy. Like 2018 was Will Smith's year almost.
yeah, and then he can't. He's doing shit with YouTube. Like even look.
Yeah, he's like one of the first celebrities to get like real like into YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like he vlogs, right, or something like that.
Yeah, he vlogs. He has a big YouTube channel and shit because for the longest time, TV is going out. TV is cable, or not even say TV is going out, but cable is going out because I say the new TV is like us. There's podcast people watching us on. These videos that we watch every day on YouTube. People, because when they come, I say that because back in the day, 20 years ago, Bob, he would come home from his mining job. He'd crack him open a Corona. He'd sit down in front of the TV. He'd cut him on one of his favorite programs. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you come home, you crack you open a Corona, and you sit in front of your...
You hop on stream.
Yeah, you hop in front of your favorite stream, or you hop in front of your favorite YouTube video, or, you know what I'm saying? So this is the new... I can't say TV is done. Yeah. It's just we are TV. Yeah. So that's where that goes, in that whole world of it.
Yeah, I just introduced my mom to the... I bought them a Roku.
Oh, yeah.
I bought my parents a Roku. Now they're streaming on Netflix. They get to watch it now. Yeah. I don't think... Personally, they're really old school. My parents, my mom's
like my dad is the same way, so I know.
Like I bought it from them. They use it every now and then, but I don't think they're ever gonna switch from like cable to streaming. Yeah. Unless they find something that they really like.
Yeah, I'm about to say they may, man. You don't know, because I came from when it comes to cable TV, there is like, because a lot of times, like even a few years ago, let's jump back to 2012, 2011, when I'm going to bed or some shit, I would just. Fucking turn my games off, turn YouTube, all that shit off. And if I just need some background noise, some people, they put a fan on or they put some shit on. Mm-hmm. I might put the TV on, put it on a random station, like a fucking Nick at Night, like George Lopez or some shit, and just, go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Wake up. And it's kind of something, I don't know, it's like a psychological feeling to when you wake up and it's just something playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I wake up, like, fucking niggas hate on Teen Titans Go. But I swear to God, Teen Titans Go is one of the best things to just wake up to.
Honestly, that shit's actually pretty fucking funny.
Exactly,
but
bro.
Some people just, like, thrash for no reason. I mean, I understand why they, like,
I can't say it's no reason because they're going back to the old version. And look, literally, if you came from some shit, that's your whole childhood. Yeah. Like, I get it. But, man, you got to say it's a whole nother thing,
it's like,
man.
Nothing's going to be the same forever. We're just going to keep on moving forward.
It's the sad part about it,
Like, Titanic it was pretty funny.
That's time in history, bro. Everything's going to change. Everything's going to upgrade. But, yeah.
All right, so other than making videos and, streaming, you have a music career on the side somewhat.
Yeah. Somewhat. Somewhat is added in.
I feel like I'm very disrespectful of you.
All this is very honest. Like he can't.
It's a weird show. Make him feel weird. But so how's that going? Weren't you gonna put out a mixtape or something at one point?
Yeah,
Did
man.
It ever
Look,
come out?
I have lot of music, a lot of stuff. Literally, just and this isn't just stuff that people will never hear. It's just to the whole point of I need to make sure that it comes out the right way. Like, I have a lot of songs. Yeah. I have a lot of songs.
Would you say you're a perfectionist or?
Yeah, very much. And it's to a fault, you know what I mean? Because, of course, you're supposed to be a perfectionist, but to the point where you just – because – and that's what I'm learning. Like I said, all of this has been a learning experience over these past few years because you're always going to be like, oh, I'm just waiting until I get it perfectly right. I get it just like this. But a lot of times, sometimes you're never going to get it just like that, just like this. I think, like, you look at somebody like Kanye West now, like, that nigga said he wanted a whole dome over Coachella and all type of shit. Like, they were like, bro, like, we can't do that. Like, Kanye been delaying his albums a lot like that, too, because – and even after they come out, he goes back and changes them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he went back and changed a couple of The Life of Pablo.
Yeah, The Life of Pablo, even Yandhi. But I think Yandhi, they had to change it because he got... Yeah, I think... Not Yandhi, Yeezus. That's the one I'm talking about. You see, Yandhi is the one that's getting delayed a lot because he's in the whole tip. He's a perfectionist. Because it was supposed to... He delayed it on the day it was supposed to come out.
Yeah, I was waiting on it was September 29th, I think it was going to come out.
Yeah, he was like, guys, after the concert I did with Kid Cudi, I realized this album ain't ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? You at some point, something... That's what I mean. So I'm a perfectionist, but at some point, I'm a little, not to say psycho or crazy. Like, ain't nothing wrong with me, but, you know what I'm saying, it's something I need to change because, you know, at some point, like I said, okay, like it's good to be a perfectionist, no question about that. But at the same time, you have to be able to change, like, you know, you have to be able to say, okay, it's ready. Like, it's done now. Like, it could be better. Maybe if I brought in this nigga from Canada to fucking do some trumpet, you know, maybe, of course it'd be better, but it has to go now. It's done. Hot cross buns. Let's get it on out. And I guess so.
Thank God you're not behind like a label or something.
You said what now?
I said thank God you're not behind like a label or
oh,
something.
Oh God, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like today, be right there behind me, you know, making me do that. But that's what I'm saying. I had to learn that. You know, I just had to learn that it gets to a point, you put it out, and it's for the people really. Cause fuck what you think. Cause I may be sitting here like, oh, I gotta make it perfect. I gotta do this and that. You put all this time and effort into it, and then I think a lot of people fell off like that, like artist-wise, rappers, singers, whatever, because they put all this time, spent 4 years, 5 years, all of their money. Then it came out, the people didn't give a fuck. You thought it was perfect. So that's why I'm saying I'm learning all of that shit about this man, and it's really, you know what I'm saying, turning into a beautiful experience. At the end of the day.
That last, you never released that last one that you sent me, right? What was it called?
The I Don't Know Me Anymore.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, it's like semi. You fuck with it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's semi-released. Like I play it in my streams and shit, so it's kind of bubbling. But I'll put it on the channel at some point. Like I need you to shoot a video for it, man. I mean, you think it's a joke? Man, we gotta shoot a video, bro. We get out here in the street.
We get Noah to shoot it for us. NJC.
Yeah, man.
That dude knows how to shoot.
Yeah, he knows how to shoot. Look, bro, it's all about having the vision.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, I'm not trying to play him, like, cause he's dope as fuck. Like, look, he's only like 19, and dog is out here like making it happen with a fucking camera. Like, that's the thing. That's the dopest thing about it, bro. Like, you understand, like, just with a computer, with a microphone, like, you can make a whole living. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people out here. Yeah, they go to work every day. They do what they got to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all about what you want to do in life. Because it's a lot of people fucking... Because when I was working, I ain't going to front. Because I'd never be able to shit on somebody who works a job minimum wage. I don't give a fuck what you get paid. Because when I was working at Bojangles, I love just... I love serving the people, bro. People like eating and shit. So I love, you know what I'm saying, feeding the people good chicken, fries, whatever the shit was. I made sure the shit was hot, ready to go on time. You know, I want one of them people who just give you anything. Well, I'm motherfucking making sure the shit is perfect on deck. I don't give a fuck how long it take, because at NXT, niggas who were like, the managers was always like, oh man, fast. Give them the cold shit as long as it's fast. I'm like, bro, these people, and this I think is why the reason why I had, you know, so many subscribers, so many people come back, is because it don't matter how long it take, you know, for the shit to get to something. Say you go to a restaurant. It may take, like, so it's fast food. It may take, imagine they tell you to pull up to the next fucking shit. Like, you done pay for your shit. Yeah, they done tell you, hey, pull up to the trash can or pull up, you know, behind this shit. Pull up behind the restaurant. We'll bring you the food out in a minute. You're like, oh my God, dude. I got a fucking meeting. I got to pick the badass kids up. Whatever you got to do. It's always crazy as hell. But I'm telling you, when they bring you that bag out and everything in it is hot, fresh, ready, and tasty, ain't you gonna go back to that restaurant?
Oh yeah.
Exactly. So I ain't never heard nobody say, "Oh my God, you know, fucking, I had to wait 5 extra minutes, but the food was hot and fresh and tasty. I ain't never going back there." You know what I'm saying? You'll never hear that. You'll never hear it. When the food comes out 10 seconds, 5 seconds though, and it's cold and stale and moldy and stanky, you ain't gonna go back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the way that I look at it. That's the way that I look at it, man.
I used to work at McDonald's too.
Oh, you did?
I wouldn't say I was.
Where did you work at?
The one over by Nash Street, Fike. The one that the newest one.
Yeah.
Like I was never a perfectionist. I mean, I'd try to get more. I'm pretty sure I got Moore's right every single time. As bad as they treated me there. Yeah. But like when people ask for nuggets, bro, 10-piece, I put like 12 of them.
You put 12. That's what I'm saying. See, when a motherfucker come through with a fry, you got like a little thing, and you know, like a scooper, and you're supposed to put like, cause the manager be like, bro, you put too many fries. You're supposed to put in like 12 fries in that bitch, bro. I stuffed that whole packet, cause I want you to look in that bag and be like, oh, what the fuck? Like, this, whoever packed this shit, give a fuck. Cause I did, you know what I'm saying? And I know that if you give a fuck, that customer is gonna keep on coming back. That's a lot of money you're gonna make off that customer. You can make that $5 one time. And they be mad.
It's only like what, 5 extra cents to put more food in this.
Bro, dude, like you look at the sheet where it costs like where they order this shit. A whole box of fries costs like $2. Like get the fuck out of my face. I'm gonna put a whole look. I put all of the shit that the scooper can hold, and I'm gonna pour some more fries in it, bitch. This shit be spilling over. Like I'm gonna make you look in that bag and be like, what the hell? That nigga smoking weed behind the counter, and you ain't lying, cause I'm smoking mad dope behind the counter too.
That's what they're doing right at Five Guys. You ever been to Five Guys?
Yeah, I've been to Five Guys. They give you a cup. Yeah, cause they ain't got no choice cause it's a cup. I guarantee if your cup was skimp, you be like, bro, come on. You can't get nobody a motherfucking cup with 3 motherfucking. Come on now. Five Guys set themselves up for that one. You gotta fill a cup up.
I was say, if you're a kid right now, if you're in high school, you're getting out of high school, I would, as much as you will hate it, I would recommend working fast food. Just so you can understand how the fucking real world is, man.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad idea, bro.
I would, honestly, if I had like a kid, I'd probably be like, yo, your first job's going to be McDonald's.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like, even just if it ain't for like 6 months or some shit, like, just to know, like, because it's not fair either. And the world ain't fair. You know how people always talk about the world ain't fair and shit, but then we get out here and people try and make the world fair as hell. Or they get upset. Because I'm not upset with people protesting. That's how you're supposed to. You know, do shit, you know, that's how you're supposed to change laws and change shit, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the, like, constitution rights or some shit like that. I ain't big up on that. I smoke a lot of marijuana. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a problem, you know, you protest. So I ain't got no problem with that. But what I'm saying is the world is not fair. Like, you need to know, like, if I'm out here, I'm a black man, I'm riding, I get pulled over. I already got a shirt with a weed symbol on it or some shit. If a nigga want to search my car, I can talk all that, oh, it's against my rights, oh, crazy type shit. I already know what time it is. Like, I ain't got a watch on and I know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing behind that. Like, you gotta, the world is not fair. I've been taught that from day one, so I know that. Now, that doesn't mean you fall for anything, you sit for anything. It's not like you fucking let a fucking, you know, motherfucker. It's not like you pay $25 for the gram, just like, oh, the world ain't fair. Just pay the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you hassle and negotiate there. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, certain restrictions and certain things fit for certain times. Like, the world ain't fair, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even know how we got to that topic. Like, but the world is not fair.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
You don't remember? You got a whole like topic list and everything. I'm not supposed to remember. Like, that's my MO, not to remember. The people will be like, "Hey, bro, that's what you were talking about." I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about." Oh shit, I wasn't doing nothing.
Your channel is based around basically one thing that we all love.
What is that?
I don't know, man. I wonder what it could be.
I don't know. Having us like Corona?
I wish.
The Corona Temple?
Maybe. Ooh, that could be something there.
Maybe.
There's a business in that. but
marijuana, of course.
Marijuana. It's probably been answered on your channel. But
it's probably been answered a lot of times. Go ahead and shoot it to me.
Your first experience.
My first time smoking, or like, cause that's you can ask me my first experience, like, cause first, like,
is there a difference between first time and first experience?
Yeah, cause like first time is like me first smoking weed, getting high and everything. But my first experience is like with weed, I would guess. So which one you asking? Or you asking a combo?
Your first time, because I feel like it's gonna be like, oh, we were in the school bathroom, we were behind the bleachers, we were.
My first time smoking weed?
Yeah, your first time smoking weed.
Shit. It's a little foggy now.
Is that right?
I don't know why.
I remember my first time. Holy shit.
It was probably yesterday. Youngin, let me go ahead and pull up a chair.
Mama,
like grandpa and shit. But no, like my first time smoking weed, because I kind of get it crossed up with like, because my first time that I smoked weed, I wasn't high. Were you high your first time that you smoked? High as fuck. Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing. I wasn't high the first time I smoked. So that's why I get it confused with the first times that I actually got high. Because I can tell you about the first times I got high. The first time that because in thinking back on it now, the first time that I smoked, I did get high. But it's just, since you don't know what high is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't, you aren't even registering it. But, my first time that I had smoked, there was like a few guys at my school that were always, yeah, man, I got the gas, I got the weed, advertising and shit as best as they can in the legal state.
Now, were you like, oh, no, I'm never gonna do that, or were you always just curious, or were you like, man, I want to try that? I know some people come from like religious families, and they're like, that's the devil's lettuce.
See, that's how it goes. It's chapters. Because growing up and shit, I think there was a lot of point in time where I'm never gonna do that in my life. And for one, it was because of schools like, oh, say no to drugs, kill your brain cells. So I was like, oh no, I'm never gonna do that. But still, I always heard like ramblings of my older cousins and everybody else talk about, man, smoke a little, toke a little. They weren't big into it, but just a little rambling. Because like everybody else, like a lot of people that's probably watching this shit, a lot of people probably got a lot of family that's big into drugs. My family won't, massive into it. At least not that age. A little bit older. You know what I'm saying? It was a different stage. But growing up, my family wasn't big into drugs. They kept it away from the kids and all type of shit like that. So, it wasn't nothing that I had to worry about in that sense. But, like a little bit later, you know what I'm saying? That's when I kind of like, all right, because like my first experiences and shit, that's when I started listening to Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa, he the one I blame. He's the one that I blame because he's the one out of because, growing up, I watched like How High, and even I had a cousin that was smoking, because like I talk about like not having family that was real bad, but I have a play cousin. Because in black communities, we always have, like, cousins and shit. Like, say your mom is, like, she just been down with this other chick since, like, the 6th grade. So she says that's her sister. But realistically, there's no blood related. You know what I'm saying? I literally live with a lady for that long. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my aunt, Sean. You know what I'm saying? Because she's my aunt, but she's not my aunt at all. Like, literally no blood, but I call her my aunt. So my cousin on that side, like her son, he was smoking bad weed. Like, I say bad weed. Bad weed. Like, it probably wasn't bad weed. It probably wasn't my gosh. But back in the day. But he was smoking weed. Like, he was smoking heavy, basically, like back when I was in the 6th grade. So that was one of my, like, first experiences, like, seeing it a lot. But, the first time that I had actually smoked was, in the, like, 9th grade. And so, like I said, like I blame people. I don't even blame people. It's like people like Kid Cudi, Wiz Khalifa and shit. I had been listening to it and all that shit because going back to the original shit, I come from a religious background. You know what I'm saying? Like my family and my home was religious at one point, but that's why I mean it's kind of like goes in chapters because probably like all the way up until like my high school life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I came from a religious household, but now my household is like changed. Like even my mom, because my mom was like at one point strict, mad, crazy Christian. Like nigga, you gonna read the Bible, you gonna study this shit, you gonna go to this private Christian school that we can't even pay for. Like motherfucker, I got kicked out of the school like a couple of weeks and shit.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, because we couldn't even pay for the shit. But she's like, you gonna be in this school, you gonna be private Christian, all this shit crazy. But now my mom's a lesbian. Like, so that's exactly.
I didn't see that coming.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So that's what chapters. That's what I mean by chapters. This is a long book.
Let me get this point. Like, I've been thinking about it recently, lately. Like, the worst kids that you hang around, usually come from like a super religious background.
Really?
At least from my experiences. I don't know about yours. Like, when kids have like,
especially when you say super religious, like when mom, like, cause they say like the pastor's daughter is gonna be the whore. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what they say. Appreciate
like
that.
What am I? Is Rona? That's for the boys right there. Some ASMR.
For the babes, for the boys and the babes and ladies.
Like when someone is like they have religion forced upon them, like throughout their whole childhood, like they wanna, see what else there is out there. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like when somebody forces like stuff like, not to say my parents forced it on me, but they definitely made me go to church every Sunday when I was younger. Yeah. But like,
it makes you rebel.
Yeah, it makes you want
whatever you don't have is gonna make you want. Like a rich kid is gonna want that poor kid shit. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? A kid who has everything. Because right now, like we probably grew up like working class or on the poor side of town. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we want higher. You know what I'm saying? But those rich kids, they're like, man, let's fucking ride out, smoke some weed, shoot some guns. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, whatever you don't have, you gonna want. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally as simple as that is. You know. But yeah, I like because I relate to that though because I grew up in more so of a religious background, so I didn't necessarily rebel a whole lot, but you know you kind of get interested, you know, in the other life, especially when it's like you're gonna believe in this. You're like a hardcore Christian type shit, which I kind of grew up in. But like I said, even my mom and you know my mom, she kind of understands that wasn't the best route to have taken, you know. So you know that's how that goes.
Yeah, and then there's like those kids that like how do you put this? They still keep up with it now, like they're still super religious now. I honestly don't know how they do that. Like I have some friends that have been in that forever.
Yeah.
But when they're outside the church, you know, they're a whole different person.
Yeah.
But like there's some that, or maybe, who knows, maybe it's just, they're just like my friend, but I don't see that side of them.
Yeah.
But there's just a bunch of them that are like, you know, Philippians 4:20.
Philippians 4:20.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. but like, you know, it's like, I don't know how. It's not a commitment thing. I don't know. It might be, but like, how do they keep up with that so long?
What, religion?
Yeah, like especially when you're like at the younger age, you know.
Religion. Like oh man, I definitely understand religion because I'm religious.
You're religious.
Yeah, even
right now. Oh, it is a THCtemple then.
Right? Yeah. See, you get it. You see, like, cause I'm religious, man. Like, it's a thing, man. Cause you know, like with Alejandro, right? When Alejandro passed and shit. It's kind of like you things happen in life, you know, like we don't control it. I don't control it. We don't know who controls it. And even like we came up with the whole concept of religion because I think mankind, you know, we all want to find a reason and we all want to find the answer. Yeah. And I wouldn't say necessarily, oh, there's an answer for everything or there's but I mean, things are going to happen in life. Things are going to happen in life. And because when I say I'm religious, I don't mean like, and that's where I think people get it misconstrued or get it, you know, weirded out at, because I don't necessarily believe in the Bible story. Like, I don't believe that, you know, this dude came over here and la-di-da-di-da, whatever. Not to say it never happened. I just don't, I don't base my whole believement in the afterlife or whatever in all of these things. What I base it in, what I put it in, man, is that a lot of the things that go on and what happened in this world, man, I don't think that it's just by random. I don't think it's just out of nowhere. I believe in checks and balances. You know, I believe in balance, basically. So you know how people call it karma? You can call it what you want. You can call it Jesus, God, the magic chicken in the sky, holy spaghetti, like motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? You can call it whatever you would like, but I believe in some sort of balance, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe you can just be evil your entire life and everything work out perfectly. I think it's all like everything has to balance out. So I guess that's where I go into it. But like I said, I think that it's some sort of religious, because at some time, like even when good things happen or everything, I do praise God. Like I be like, oh, thank you, God, or whatever. Like, and I meditate. You know what I'm saying? Like every day, like literally, like things that I'm trying to figure out and work out in life. I'm like, oh man, you know, let me figure this out. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, so there is somebody. It's basically like I said, because like shouts out to my homie Alejandro, man, because when he had died, that's when I started the THCtemple, because I was like, that's when I realized, bro, like in life, man, you're either gonna do it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to have, whatever you want to do, you're either gonna do it and work towards that goal, or you're just gonna not do it at all and be confused at why you're not there. You know what I'm saying? So, or you're gonna die. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's only like 3 options in there. So, I literally, fuck all the bullshit. I didn't wonder about who was going to like it, who was going to watch it. I just said, I got to do this thing because this is what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing right now, literally, this is literally what I got to, like, or because I, like, making a weed channel, like, not to get off topic, but making a weed channel was something that I wanted to do for a long time. And the only thing that was stopping me was like being 18, like being of age. So I was like, fuck. That's something you have been talking about for a long time. How about you just do that? And I was like, fuck it. As long as it help people, you know what I'm saying? Like other weed channels that help me learn how to roll a blunt, learn how to pack a bowl, learn how to do this in the X, Y, Z, ABC. Then that'll work out. And it turned into a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? Just through that. So, yeah.
And not to we might be coming off as like bashing religion, but no disrespect whatsoever. I mean, like I grew up in the Catholic Church my whole life, and I mean especially to this day, you know, the past events that have been going on in my life, I still believe in, you know, how, you know, I guess the world is created. I mean, I still, you know, have my moments where I branch off and I think, no, the we come from bacteria or whatever, but like I still, you know, just like you said, I still go around, you know, I find a $20 bill on the floor, thank you God, or, you know, get a raise, thank you God, but, you know, like maybe my mind's just not made up. I don't know. Yeah. I still believe, you know, I don't hate, you know, religion or anything. I know there's some fucked up shit out there, but
I'm good on religion. It's just the part of where it becomes forced.
That too.
That's what it is with me. It's all about the force in it. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody should ever be forced. Like, oh, you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna burn in a lake of if you know what I'm saying? Like that's because at the end of the day, like I said, when you think about it, the book of because that's why I say I'm not like a by the book Christian, because when you look at it, like the book was made by it. You know, it had to be written by a dude. You can believe that he was ordained by God, whatever the case. It was written by a guy. It was written by people who came up with a fire-ass story. You know how the Fast and Furious is a lit story. Goddamn motherfucking The Avengers. Whatever the case is, movies and shit. Like, it's the same thing. Even, like, albums and shit. Illmatic. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can write fire stories that can make people just give their life and dedicate everything in the world to some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that it's real. That doesn't mean that it's actually the real shit. But the thing behind it is, because it's the same thing. It's just like Toy Story. The story behind it is some fictional shit. Some cartoon characters. Is computer generated. But the whole story, like the message behind it is what, like, you got a friend in me, some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you a toy from a whole different fucking brand, like, you still supposed to be cool if you got a fucking character. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's teaching you a real story. That's the important part behind it. You know what I'm saying? So fuck all the bullshit. Fuck all the other shit behind it. That's it. But that's when it comes to religion. So yeah, like, cause when it comes down to religion, I'm not into, of course, the toxic shit that it becomes. You know, I think people use it as an excuse. People use it as whatever they want to use. Cause I mean, as long as people will be alive, you know, they'll have excuses and all type of other crazy shit to fucking pull along their agenda. But other than that, I can't just sit here and say that religion as a whole is terrible because, or you know, because like like religion as itself, because it has that whole force factor, you know, it is kind of wonky. But you know, at the same time, like I said, I would say that I'm one of those people. You know, I'm spiritual, not religious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even I kind of like fucking scoff at this shit because motherfucker it is what it is. But you know. Like, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not just saying I believe that people should believe in something. But I think that you should believe in yourself. Like, my homie, shouts out to my homie Ian. He out there in the building, man. My homie Ian is somebody that I had met through my homie Matt. Like, we met a homie on Xbox Live. Like, that's how you know the power of the internet. And
I know it's crazy. I met a dude on Xbox Live named
exactly,
Ian too.
And they're like your best friend, like you know him in real life. Right?
He moved down here.
Exactly.
He lived in Maryland. He moved down here for a while.
Exactly.
But anyway, keep going with your story. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Like, the power of the internet. Like, people in the 1800s didn't have this shit. Like, we look at the internet like it's all crazy and weird, but really it's just a whole new way of connecting us to each other. And my homie Ian, man, he had like, because Ian was always older than us. Like, Ian is probably like 26, 27 now.
I think I've heard of this dude.
Yeah, Ian is older than us and shit.
I have heard of this dude, yeah. Actually,
so when we were in high school, he was already graduated and like 22 and shit, you know, living on his own and just kind of walking us through life and teaching us about bitches and women. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm very apologetic. Yeah, ladies. But no, like teaching us about life. Like I said, just he's that older guy that was always teaching us about shit, man. And that was something that he had fucking that he had. What were we talking about? I don't even know how we got to Ian. I was like, it's my medicine, y'all. Get y'all over God. Isaiah, you back there? You good? Isaiah.
What are we talking about? Fuck. I know we were talking about religion.
Yeah. Bam. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. You're great. You're amazing. You're the greatest to ever touch the planet.
Something else.
Ian, he told something else. Yeah, Ian, he told me that, man, dude, like, when you think about it, bro, we're God. Like, you're your own God. You know what I'm saying? You're the own God of your own universe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, whatever, like, really, life is just you learning shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You figuring out your moral compass and you doing shit. As long as you don't kill nobody, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're done crazy, it's just all you learning, putting those lessons forward and shit like that. And when it's like those people, they use God and religion as kind of like a crutch because they really aren't making the changes that they need to make in life. But it's like, oh God, oh pray. They do some silly ass prayer that they heard in a book. That ain't real God to me. Real God is a nigga like me and God. Like, we got a relationship. Like, I come to God like, look, bro, I know I ain't been doing anything I was supposed to do this week, but look, I probably, like, if we, you know what I'm saying, me and God negotiates weekly. Like, you can't just do no motherfucking prayer that you heard in the book and think that you on some God shit. You know what I'm saying? Even me, it's not like I don't control God. Like, nobody, God is, like I said, some personal shit. It's personal. That's really the main thing of it. It ain't what's in a book. It ain't over there. The book can be some good stories, some good inspirational story, like the Toy Story. You know, you got a friend in me. The Noah's Ark story can be just like a good story, just like that. It's an Oscar award nominated story. But other than that, it's just a story. Don't let it be no motherfucking you got to live by that, or if you don't, burn in a lake of fire. Like I said, I don't know who came up with that part of it.
Like, there's a dark side of this.
Exactly. See, look, the lake of fire is if you don't do what you got to do. Like, if you got some goals, you got some dreams and shit, you don't do what you got to do. The lake of fire is you suffering through, you know, fucking not doing what you want to do. You know, fucking say if it's fucking, it don't matter if it's you want to be the president or some shit. You gonna be in a lake of fire if you just chilling on the fucking curb, you know what I'm saying, drinking liquor, you know what I'm saying, and doing all types of shit. If you drinking Coronas, you might, you know, you're a little bit better off. If you drinking liquor on the curb, like you washed up, you a bum, so you gonna feel bad. That's a lake of fire for you. That's suffering for you. Or if you want to be a big dog actor or some shit out here, and you're not doing that, you're not taking your classes, you're not doing what you gotta, you know what I'm saying. You're not doing no auditions. You're not getting it for you. That'll be the lake of fire for you. Whatever you want to do in this life. If you want to be an athlete and you really look like you were contested for my 600-pound life, like you just in the bed eating Cheetos and shit all day, like that's what I'm saying. Whatever, like if you're not where you want to be, that's really like a lake of hell for you. You know what I'm saying? That's really a hell. That's hell on earth.
I say it's like going over what we just said. It's like it keeps people in check. Like you were saying earlier, like you. How do you put it? It makes you think like, man, I need to do this, or like, why am I doing this? This is wrong. Like, it makes people, like I said, it keeps them in check. Like, it keeps them down here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, cause you need that in life, bro. Mm-hmm. You need that. If you don't have that in life, then that's when you eternally lost. Like, fuck all the, like, cause, like, religion will have you thinking, like, by the book religion, or have you thinking that you lost if you fucking watching a little Pornhub too much, or you know what I'm saying, you fucking watching these Instagram thoughts. By the book religion to have you thinking you crazy, you drinking a little Corona. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jesus was walking on wine, walking on Jack Daniels liquor, whatever the nigga was on. Like, God know your heart. Whatever, and that's the thing. There ain't no God. Like, there ain't no one God. If you don't believe in him, right? If the whole belief is that God made us all, right? He know our heart. He omnipotent, omniscient, all that other shit. Then, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Mm-hmm. That's really it. Like, what else is there to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, he know your heart. Like I said, you can't go out there and kill nobody. Be like, oh, God know my heart. He knew I was gonna kill nobody. No, you can't do that. But you know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing of, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel guilty, man. Don't feel bad. Just, if you understand that you did wrong, correct that shit. Correct that shit and go forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. That's all that.
And we talked about religion for a while.
Yeah, man. Religion is a big topic.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll come up a whole lot more times.
A while, bro.
I'm sure that's gonna come up a bunch more times over this.
Yeah, man. I mean, religion is a big topic, man. That's why I say it's a big part of who I am. I'm part of who you are and who a lot of people who are watching this is. You know what I'm saying? Because religion is just something it's
in everybody's life.
Yeah, it's worldwide, man. It literally, religion runs the way. What do we say in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Hold
on. Like how you gotta quote it. This nigga gotta go.
One nation under God.
Yeah, exactly. So I ain't gonna front see like I knew it. When I was saying that, I was going, I was like, hold on, what do we say? I ain't gonna front, but like real shit though. We say that shit like one nation under God.
Yeah.
It's literally in the Constitution.
God we trust on the back of the
bill. And God we trust on every fucking piece of money we spend. It's right there. In God we trust. Nobody, nothing. In God, what is God? Exactly. Because like if they saying we all trust it, it must be something that's shout out to my boy Ian. It must be something that we all trust in. That we all, and at the end of the day, something that we all trust in is ourselves. You know, we may not trust anything else. I'm pretty sure all of us trust ourselves at least. You know, we may not trust ourselves with certain things. Like some of us that may have spending habits, alcohol issues, or some shit. Motherfucking Corona can fix that. See, I never saw the Corona when we talk about negative stuff. Corona might fix that.
What you guys don't know is that we're actually sponsored, and we're just saying Corona a bunch of times just so we can get that ad revenue.
Corona. We get
just kidding.
Say it again, bro. Just so we get another $5. But I mean that's how I go, man. That's what it is.
I'm sure that was eye opening for a lot of people. Probably, like you might have actually just changed some people's lives from that.
You never know.
50-minute speech.
You never know. 50 minutes.
Probably like 15.
Yeah, but like I said, it was very deep on religion.
Yeah, that was a great talk.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of bullet points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if you guys wanted us to keep talking about religion, but we got some stuff to move on about. Covered all the.
Isaiah, you want another bowl? Isaiah is our off-screen friend. You know, all of these podcasts keep an off-screen.
He's always here. He's always
he has like.
There's a reason why he's always here.
He's walking around looking like he's cold, like and homeless or something. Even though he got the biggest house out of all of us.
Oh shit! It's like 4 miles.
You ready to smoke a bowl, bro? All right, I'm gonna pack him a bowl of some medicine. As a matter of fact, here you go. It's already ready. It's already loaded. Ready for you.
Oh, Mom, this isn't me. This is a green screen. I'm not handing him anything.
Here you go, bro. I'm chilling, bro. An ignition device. But what's the next topic on this shit? What you gonna roll?
So there's a bunch of shit out here. We're gonna get into the pop culture things.
Pop culture.
Something I'll talk about later when I make my own interview and let everybody know who exactly I am. Did you played Overwatch with the boys?
Have not played Overwatch
You've never,
with
really?
any boy.
Really?
Well, not a boy, not a girl,
no,
man. I'm not lying. I've never played.
You never touched it with all of them on Xbox.
I touched it. I like see now he bringing all semantics. Talking about you never touched it, huh?
You never played the Overwatch video game.
I've never played Overwatch.
Really?
I've seen Match play it. I've seen. I've watched Matt play it. Matt's
really?
my homie. I've watched Matt play it, but other than that, I've never played it in my life.
I could have sworn you played it with like all of them.
No, I've never played it ever.
But,
never.
All right, I guess we'll get by this really quick. What do you know about Overwatch?
I just know that it's cartoony as hell. It came out at the same time that all the Fortnite games and all that shit came. Like it's a lot.
Well, actually,
yeah, exactly. It's a lot of these games that's coming out now that seem like they're combinations of other games. Like Fortnite, a motherfucker can chop up wood and build houses and shit. He's put out the Corona right there.
No, I love it, man. I love it. But
I love it, man. It was spraying with so much. It was.
Well, that was a bullet point because I thought you knew what it was, but
I know a little bit about it, man. It's Overwatch, bro. You watch over shit and everything be good. You know what I'm saying?
That might actually that might be a great segue from our next option.
Fuck yeah.
But Overwatch season 2, Overwatch League season 2 is coming up.
I thought they had season 2.
No, they had season 1.
Uh-huh.
Overwatch League. like competitive Overwatch, like esports.
Uh-huh.
Season 2's coming up, and I'm excited for it. So I figured there would have been like a bigger segment here to talk about,
but like like a motherfucking like American Idol or some shit, man. What the fuck?
But all right, well, I'd recommend getting into Overwatch because our next topic.
I'd recommend it too. New sponsor on the motherfucking beat. We get paid $20 every time somebody download Overwatch.
Yeah,
so.
Big Daddy Jeff, please sponsor these videos.
Big Dog and Big Daddy.
Soldier Boy thought about starting a. He thought.
Oh,
he
you saw how I got interested? Yeah, exactly. Soldier Boy, because Soldier Boy created the internet, man.
There's a
lot of people like to sit here and act like Soldier Boy didn't do as much as he's done, but Soldier Boy did
according to himself,
he's done and more. Soldier Boy has done everything he's done. He said and more, bro. Y'all can sit here and play Soldier Boy, fry Soldier Boy, act like Soldier Boy lying, and act like Soldier Boy high. But Soldier Boy know what he's talking about.
All right, before we get deep into Soldier Boy, no homo.
Before we get deep into Soldier Boy, we about to
the last thing that I saw.
Superman in it.
It was like an interview or something, but they were like, so apparently he's like big in, like I guess they were talking about the Soldier game.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm big into esports. I want to start a League of Legends team. I want to start an Overwatch team. This and that. But like, I don't know. I think you got something to say about that. It's just,
bro, look. A big soldier can do what he wants to do, man.
He's God.
He's big soldier. He's big motherfucking soldier. Like, people can hate, people can say whatever they want to say, man, but he's big fucking soldier at the end of the day, man. So, I mean, like, what? Fuck it.
He's really been entertaining the news. I know we were talking about it earlier. Tekashi's in prison, so somebody had to take a spot in the limelight and post all this.
And mix all the mumbo jumbo.
Yeah. And start some shit with everybody, basically.
Mm-hmm. Who is that?
Drake, right? Drake?
I like how you just gave Drake that one to me. You just like threw it over.
The Drake meme, right? Like, he created Drake or whatever or something. Oh yeah,
Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy created everything. Like, Soldier Boy created this podcast that we doing over here. If you, like, at the end of the shit, you are gonna see created by a big soldier. Like, that's what it is.
But they were talking. What was he talking about? He was talking about that flow on. I don't even know Drake songs like that. Forgive me, but it's that one where he does that thing, and it was really popular back in the day. And he said it was Big Soldier. But I watched a video on it the other day, and apparently he took that flow from another song too.
Who?
Soldier Boy. He took that.
Drake has taken two flows from Soldier. Not even two flows. It's like, you could call it a flow. He's taken two whole fucking song structures.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's taking the song. Drake has been. If you are a Drake fan, if you ain't a Drake fan, I don't care. But if you don't know that Drake fucking takes shit from other people by now, then bro, you just not paying attention. Drake is a thief. Drake loves. I call it space jamming. Cause y'all know when you ever seen Space Jam, you know the part when the little monsters, like when they had that basketball and they would pass it to like the talented basketball player and it suck all his energy out and they would fucking go play with the basketball and they'd suck. Yeah, that's what I call it. So when Drake fucking do a feature with a new artist, I call it Space Jam and that nigga. Like, so Kodak coming up, he like, oh yeah, come here. Like, get all his, I'm gonna take all his energy. Like, Drake is such a fucking leech, bro. Like, that's all Drake does. Like, is he fucking sucks other niggas' energy and powers and shit, and then he become the biggest and powerful. Like, Drake is crazy, bro. I don't know how he came up with that formula. I don't know how he did it, cause I respect him for it. I ain't mad at him for doing it, but that's what he do.
At the end of the day, he makes great music.
Yeah, he do make some good music. It's probably composed of like 10 other niggas' music. That's why. I mean, like, it's music at the end of the day.
What was I to say? Shit, you made me forget what I was gonna say, Larry. Oh yeah, you know what an industry plant is?
Yeah, for the most part.
Do you think Drake's an industry plant?
Do I think Drake is an industry plant? I don't think Drake is an industry plant. Like, hold on, just for definitions reasons, what do you think an industry plant is? Excuse me, guys. The coronas is hitting me a little deep here, guys.
All right, so an industry
Corona
plant,
Extra.
and from what I've heard and what I've could gather is
Raise on my feet.
maybe they had like a career before, you know,
Mhm.
maybe they had like a little bit of
A
fame,
little bubbly.
but the like a company took they saw them, they were like, man, he could be really big, and they give him they give him everything,
They give him everything,
and then it just goes up from there.
I mean, of course, like if that's the definition, then Drake is definitely an industry plant. Drake is nothing else but an industry plant because his whole thing. Hey, Isaiah, can you bring me the ball? But his whole thing is he got signed by Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? And there's a documentary. Like, there's a Lil Wayne documentary. Like, it was a documentary that's supposed to be only focused on Lil Wayne, but you see like Drake hanging out in the background and shit. And this was around the time when Wayne was recording the Carter 3. So when he came out with his biggest album, so Lil Wayne was kind of getting into the mind. Lil Wayne's smart. Lil Wayne's a genius. He was getting into the mind. Okay, I gotta get some new niggas in. I gotta get some new folks in. What's gonna be after me? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna die off at some point. Not even die off, but just in the people's minds. Like, I'm gonna quote unquote fall off, and I would like to be involved with the next thing that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? If I can't be the thing that's coming up, I would like to be involved with the thing that's coming up. So, yeah, you just see Drake hanging out a lot in the background. And even when Drake first came out, he was talking about drinking lean and doing a whole lot of this crap. Like my whole theory is that Lil Wayne ghost wrote a lot of Drake's earlier shit. Yeah, because he's talking about a lot of shit that he just won't involved in. This nigga was on Degrassi and all this shit. And yeah, look, and people, I ain't trying to play him when I say that, but literally he just want from that world. Because I don't play people who...
Of course.
Yeah, I don't play people who, like, if you want from that world and you know, you're trying to be an artist and shit, I'm not going to be, oh, man, he came from being, because some people be like, oh, he came from being rich. He already had money. That's kind of good. Like, that's what I want my kids to be. I want my kids to have money and, you know what I'm saying, to not know the poverty life, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to play him because that's what he is on. But at the same time, you know, he tried to come in and, you know what I'm saying, act like he's on that whole thing. So, like, when I hear that, like, when I hear him talk about drinking lean and doing all this other shit, it makes me think, especially knowing what we know now, that confirmed other people has written other shit for him, that people have been writing other shit for him the whole time, or he's been stealing shit, or whatever the case is. And like with Big Soulja, we see he stole he stole straight up lines from Big Soulja, you know what I'm saying? He stole it. He just straight up took it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how they go.
I mean, yeah. All right, that segues into the next topic. Pretty good.
Where's my gates?
Everything there.
It'll be all right. That's normal. That's just how you know it's working. Chill.
We back down.
Yeah, we in the building.
All right, we back down. All right, so you got your phone on you?
Yeah, man, what's up?
All right, you might not even need it, but speaking of music or artist and music, if you were to open up your phone right now, what would be playing?
If I would open up my phone right now, it'd probably be the Kid Cudi and Kanye West album playing. Kids See Ghosts. Did you fuck with it? Did you listen to that?
I think I tried to listen to the whole thing, but I didn't finish it.
You didn't finish it? It's only like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, no, I didn't finish it.
Like most albums that come out today, like, you know, it's only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
So I was playing the game, so like, I mean, when you play the... Ooh,
oh, shit.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about your ears. But like, when you're playing the game, you're playing an intense game, like Overwatch, and, you know, you got to have the right music for it. So, like, I mean, it was playing, you know, I was queuing up, and I was like, oh, shit, time to get serious, you know. But so I didn't finish that album. I think I heard the main one that was, like, really popular.
With Read More?
I think, yeah.
So read more.
I think so.
I'm moving forward. That's
the one. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the shit right there.
But I didn't listen to the thing, sadly. Yeah.
The entire album is good, man. I love it. That's one of my favorite albums of the year, along with that. And the Trippie Redd album. What is it called? A Love Letter to You, Part 3. That's my shit. My fucks with that one a lot.
You were mentioning that earlier, Love Letter 3.
Yeah.
Which one was what did you release before Love Letter 3?
What now?
Was it Love Letter 2 before? For 3?
Like, that's literally, like, I don't, because before that, Trippie Redd put something else out, like, Love is Fear.
I know it was that one where he's like a clock in the front. Or
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's some other shit. I didn't even listen to that. Life's a Trip.
Life's a Trip.
Life's a Trip. That's what it is. But I didn't even, I ain't fuck with that one like that. Nope. But A Love Letter to You 3 is like, that's like literally, of all the albums I heard out of last year, that's one of my favorite shits, bro. Like, that's the thing. I'm not a Trippie Redd fan. I'm not a Trippie Redd fan. There's a lot of people that's probably Trippie Redd fans that or whatever the case is. But I'm not even a Trippie Redd fan. That's how I know it's a fire ass record. You know what I'm saying? Because I like literally every song on it. It's just some catchy ass songs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm into. I'm into a lot of the catchy. You know what I'm saying? The earbug type of shit. Shit that it may not be mixed correctly. It may not be the greatest thing of all time to touch the planet, but it's something that'll, you know, make me come back. You know what I'm saying? Or something I'll just be thinking about when I'm not there.
They're hyping it up a lot. I feel like I gotta listen to it.
Hey guys, I'm pretty lit too. So give me a second. My medicine is kind of kicking my ass over here. I need to ask the doctor about what kind of prescription he got me on. I think he got me on the motherfucking strong shit, but don't worry. I'll ask him about it. I'll tell him. Keep me on.
Right, so you said what? What was the first one? Kid See Ghost, Trippie Redd. Is there like anything?
Yeah, Kid See Ghost, Trippie Redd, 03 Greedo. Do you fuck with 03 Greedo at all?
But I haven't listened to his music.
Oh man, dude, I fuck with 03 Greedo a long way, bro. Never been rude zoning. I don't mean to be too rude, but bitch, you going like that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my shit, man. I fuck with I just fuck with a lot of shit, man. I fuck with shit like cause what do you know any modern day rock bands? Like what's popping in the rock direction? Yeah, or rocky, cause that's what's sad. Like rock doesn't really exist like it used to. Like rock and roll, it was a certain genre. Now it's like fucking space rock, alternative rock, all type of shit. Like it's all over the place. But I mean anything other than hip hop. Like who is that shirt? What shirt do you have on there?
Damn, how'd you know? Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
No, who is that?
I don't know. They're pretty popular. They're like probably like top 3.
Like what type of music do they make?
Like I mean, when they first started out, it was more like that teenage like screaming shit.
Like,
but now it's like more songwriting and like, I mean, it still screams a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like
it's way more instrumental. Yeah, it still has that like really emo vibe to it.
So it's rock. Really.
It's rock.
It's really rock. Yeah, see, that's what I mean though. You can't even call rock today. So like back in the day, if a rock artist, you were just like, yeah, they made rock and roll. But today, like, they kind of scream, people. That's kind of how hip hop is moving. I don't know if you've seen it, like, you know, like
topic I got over here.
Yeah, trappy, post trap, exit trap on the side of trap, and you know what I'm saying, around the old school, new school. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the same way it's moving and it's going to move. You know what I'm saying? Because hip-hop is on top now. So everything that's on top has to, you know, eventually.
So, like, actually, these guys right here, are you familiar with Scarlord?
No, who's that?
Okay. I actually reacted to a video of him that one time we tried this out.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a black dude screaming and rapping at the same time. Like he was walking around Tokyo.
So kind of like Death Grips. You familiar with Death Grips?
Yeah, I heard Death Grips.
Is it close to that? Or it's not?
It's literally emo music, but over a trap beat.
So it's more extreme than that. Oh fuck.
Well, I mean, he like screams all over.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Like Death Grips is mad extreme to me, so I know this has to be.
Yeah, it's like off the I wish we could.
That's why I just brought it up like as a scale, as a reference.
It's like sometimes. All right, just take the guitar, like a really heavy guitar of like almost a metal song. Put the trap beats over it, and basically the rapping. It sounds good. I mean, but they're screaming half the time. At least that's how Scarlord does it.
Yeah.
And Scarlord's popping off. He's from England. I don't know if he's toured in the U.S. yet or if he's come to the U.S., but he's coming to North Carolina in May, and he's one of the.
I gotta go headliner. To that with you, bro. You going?
I want to go, but I don't know because Bring Me the Horizon is one of the headliners on that festival.
Oh, it's a festival. It's not like a just concert.
And like he's one of the acts.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because it's in North Carolina out of all places.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know this guy, but I'm willing to go just because it's lit and Felipe. Like, Felipe be doing some lit ass shit.
But like this whole like the way that rap has gone in the past 2 years, like, you know, we've had the X, you know, Lil P, just literally the best, the best example to put out there.
Yeah.
And you got people like Suicide Boys, and have you heard of Ghostmane?
I've heard of him. I've actually heard of him like literally over the last couple days. Yeah. So
we got people
I don't
like
know
him.
what he does. What's up with him? Like, he makes music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't even know that. I just saw his name.
Yeah,
so.
he's one of those, but his isn't really like the screaming kind.
Uh-huh.
He has a weird way of rapping. I wish we could pull it up right now, but
yeah, that's what I mean, though. That's what it's about to go. That's the way it's about to go. That's my main point. Cause like with the with hip hop and shit, you know, it's about to go in that way where everybody starts making shit. People ain't making like boom bap, boom bap. Like, people ain't making your grandpa's hip hop no more. People is making like a whole new type of new style. They trying to stand out. They trying to move into a whole new world. Damn, even. All right. Okay, I got it. That was it, guys. That was the one right there.
Sorry for your headphones. But like,
no, we're not.
But like, essentially it's the way that rap's been moving lately. You got like people like Trippie Redd too, or on Life's a Trip. So I guess I did hear some of Life's a Trip. He has that one song, How You Feel, was just like it's like a classic, slightly punkish guitar riff, and he's just like singing over, you know, the way Trippie sings, like
that's what I mean. Like, cause there was one point where I was like, oh, haha, this kid, what the fuck, that ain't singing, that ain't shit. I'm just laughing at him, right? But then when A Love Letter 3 came out, that's the first full project I listened to him, and that's what made me actually go back. I'm like, okay, was he always fire? And maybe I think he's like kind of just growing into his style.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's like something that you really start to think about. Like, these guys are young as hell. Trippie Redd is 19. You know what I'm saying? He has a whole life ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the type of music this nigga gonna be making when he's 29. You know what I'm saying? 10 years from now. So that's the whole thing about it. But I really think it's growing into the style, and like with A Love Letter Part 3, like that shit, like each song on that shit, like I'm just addicted to it. So I know something is hitting somewhere, because that made me say, okay, let me go back and listen to the other stuff. And the other stuff won't hit me like this one is. So that's what I mean. He has to be growing into a certain type of style, man. So as long as you let these young guys grow into their shit, man, they'll do what they do.
So about like that, how I mentioned earlier, like all these artists and the direction that hip hop is going, or rap, whatever you want to call it, I don't really care, honestly, at this point, because it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
You fuck with it, I assume.
Fuck with what?
Like
the direction?
The emo rap scene or whatever.
Oh, man, I fuck with all of it. I fuck with just the direction that we're all moving into in hip-hop, because, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, shit has to progress. You know, no matter what you're doing, shit has to progress. And, you know, on top of that, like, I think we're progressing pretty well, especially when you talk about like emo, because Lil Peep, like, did you fuck with Lil Peep?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, for a while.
Exactly. That's what I didn't really know about him until I found out about dude the day before he died. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, through a meme and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I didn't really know a lot about Lil Peep before he died, but after that, you know, going through and listening to the music, Come Over When You're Sober, Part 1, like, there's a lot of gems. Like, you know, I think that's a classic album. You know what I'm saying? You could throw that in that gem, and it's not because he died, but literally because even when I was younger and growing up on, like, punk rock music and shit, that was the type of shit that I gravitated to. Like, shit that sounded just like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, My Chemical Romance or whatever, you know, whoever the groups are, you know what I'm saying, that you like to throw in that pile. But that's you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that I grew into, and that's that type of lyrical substance, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying? That's what I gravitated to.
Did you listen to the last X album?
The Last X album?
Yeah.
You talking about Skins?
Yeah.
I listened to it, but the thing about the X album is I just you know, because it's an album that they put together after he died, and I never really like an album that gets put together after a dude or anybody dies. It'd be a group die, anybody. You know what I'm saying? I never really fuck with it, because I mean, you can kind of always tell that it's a put together record. You know what I'm saying? You can tell, because when Biggie has an album. You know, when Biggie his first album was Ready to Die, and then his second album was called Life After Death. But he recorded the whole shit. He finished it before he actually got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like Life After Death came out, I think 2 weeks before, like after he got shot. So it was finished, finalized, copy. You know what I'm saying? He signed off on everything. But that's what made it so weird because your first album is called Ready to Die, and then before your second album come out, you die. And what's his name? Yes, I got Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so that's so fucking weird. But everything on this shit is you know what I'm saying? It got a stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of feel it. It don't sound like It don't sound like nothing that's out of place. Everything was stamped off. He got music videos did up and shit and everything. And he has another album that comes after that that's called Born Again. And nobody really rocks with it because it's an album that got put together after he died. Now, somebody like Tupac, where he literally finished a lot of music before he died, it really don't matter how you put it out because he finished it. He don't give a fuck. He signed off on it, you know, while he was here. He didn't necessarily say you could put it on this album, you could put it out here, but he finished the songs. So a lot of Tupac songs that he made after he died, they sound just as good as, you know, some shit that came out any other day. But the things with the Triple X shits, it's kind of, do you know how they did Gucci, like when he went to jail?
What do you mean?
Like when Gucci went to jail, he had a lot of recordings that he just straight up recorded. Like it'd be a song like, you know, selling crack, whatever on the beat. You know what I'm saying? Just on some random beat. And what they would do is they would take that song and put it on another beat. And just basically what they would do is they would take his bars and copy and paste them however way they wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They kind of put them together. And a lot of times you could tell, as a Gucci fan, you could tell because a lot of times there'd be an official Gucci song that came out, and then later on there'd be another song with the same bars to another beat, and it'd be all weird and misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of fuck you up. But that's what I mean, like with Skins, like with the Triple X album, you can kind of tell, like a lot of times that it's, you know, out of whack. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's just some shit that he was just recording, you know what I'm saying? Kind of trying to get saved down. And then they just take that because that's all they got to work with. And they put it to an official beat. And that was a song. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at them because that's what they got to do. And they didn't shoot him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't kill that boy. So they got to do whatever they got to do to make whatever happen on their side of town. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like just through the music and artistic field, because when Triple X was here, I wasn't never in love with his music, but there was something to it. There was always something to it, you know what I'm saying? Like every time you listen to the shit, every time you know what I'm saying? Like it was always, you know, you could feel where he was coming from, you know what I'm saying? Like even through his 17 album. Cause I didn't listen to the Question Mark album while he was here. I listened to Sad. I love that song, but you know, way before he was gone. But the 17 album, you know, I would skip a lot of songs, but songs like Jocelyn Flores, or I think it's another one of them shits. Like there's a couple of songs up there where they're so good. Whereas I understand everything. I understand why all of these fans, why all of these people out here, why everything's going on. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it be.
All right, back from our second commercial break. Thank you to the sponsors for supporting the podcast.
Oh yeah, you already.
The last question I have to ask you, THCtemple. And I know this might. I swear to God, I'm not ripping this off of anybody. But do you have any ghost stories?
Do I have any ghost stories? Ghost stories. I don't fucking think I have any fucking ghost stories, man.
Have you ever experienced anything supernatural?
Man, I mean, fucking life is supernatural, man. When you fucking think about it, man, everything that fucking happens.
Yeah, man.
You're always dealing with ghosts and dealing with the afterlife and dealing with the after nature and dealing with things. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I saw a ghost in my sleep one time. You know what I'm saying? Like you always see ghosts everywhere, bro. Kids see ghosts sometimes. Shouts out to Kid Cudi and Kanye.
It's a knee slapper right there.
That's a very much knee slapper, bro. But other than that, I mean, I don't think I have any fucking ghost stories. I mean, sometimes I'll be sleeping in the crib, and I hear a glass slam in the motherfucking front room.
Whoa.
I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You go up there, you don't see nothing, you don't hear nothing. But might have been a ghost. Might have been a rat. Might have been anything. But then again, this ain't New York. You know what I'm saying? New York's the only place where rats.
Like that doesn't phase you. Does it scare you at all?
Glasses and shit. Huh?
Does it stuff like that phase you? Does it scare you? You don't care? Like, you ain't gonna do shit to me, so it don't matter.
What do you mean? Like stuff like what? Ghost or stuff like when I hear something go down?
I guess in general. In both.
See, like, cause if I'm chilling at the crib and I hear a crazy noise, I may get startled or crazy at the first second, but then I'm gonna adjust and be like, you know what? All them other times I heard noises and crazy stuff happen, ain't nobody come out, ain't nobody pop out and murder me, so it must be good this time. See, somebody can murder me, hit me with the tip real good, because I'm just adjusted. Like, I'm really good. Like, I really bought on to the fucking story that the house is settling. Like, what the fuck does the house settling?
Oh, yeah.
The house been here longer than I've been here. You know what I'm saying? How the house settled? Yeah, the house been settling for years now. Like, the house should be settling. You know what I'm saying? If the house ain't settled, you know I ain't settled. I should be making noise. I come out and be sitting here be like, you know, I come out and be making settling noises. So, you know, yeah, the jig is up on that one. The jig is bit up.
That's hilarious, bro. Oh, fuck. I have some ghost stories, but
oh, really?
I'll just say one of them.
Tell me.
Do you remember Jacob?
Yeah. Jacob Abelos?
Yeah, that one. Let's say it on camera.
Sorry,
Jacob.
Shout out to Jacob, man. Jacob's the guy, man.
Anyway, like, he told me.
Who the fuck knows how to spell Abelos? Like, I guarantee if you know how to spell Abelos, you can do that.
Yo, wish we had chat on right now to see the fucking comments. But, like, he told. Well, I mean, I have my own, but this one's actually pretty creepy. His house that he lives in. Well, I mean, he lives like a campus right now or whatever. I think he's about to graduate. Yeah. His house that he lives in at home. Yeah. Is haunted, according to him. I haven't. I've been over there twice or 3 times, but.
Yeah, I've been there. You talking about his family house? Yeah. Yeah.
He told me that there's an old man and a little kid, and that one time he had his friend over, and that she was chilling in the backyard waiting for him. Or no, she was chilling in the kitchen and she was waiting for him. Yeah. And she looks out the window, and she says that, you know how kids pretend I'm an airplane. Yeah. Stuff like that. Uh-huh. Apparently, she saw the shadow of a kid spinning around in the backyard. And then Jacob comes up over here, and she's like, oh, my God, you see that? He's like, oh, yeah, it's just a ghost. Don't worry about it. I'm like, that's fucking great. That's, like, around here. Yeah, that's like some. Oh, yeah, and, like, probably shouldn't say this because I got to go that way home. Our old high school. And this is coming from my uncle. Yeah. And my mom believes it, so I think it's true. If you go to the intersection on Bedingfield, which is literally that road. Yeah. And you get to that intersection. Apparently on some nights, or one night they were driving there. Mm-hmm. Unless somebody pulled a really big prank or something, there's a lady that stands in the middle of the road in a white dress. And I guess just stands there and is on her phone or something. I don't really know, but she's on her phone. Yeah, like apparently might have been drunk though. Yeah, like apparently my uncle was like, it was a line house party. According to him, it was a line of cars, and you drive, and everybody was just driving around this lady standing in the middle of the intersection. And I remember one night I was coming home from like Black Creek, and like I pulled up to the intersection, but at that time like it was like my second night coming because I used to go out to Black Creek a lot. Yeah. And I was coming back from there. And it was on a Wednesday night too, so fuck. Yeah. Like I swear to God, at the corner of my eye, I was just like I was already paranoid. I was already looking in the rearview mirror the whole time home because there's nothing but fucking like sticks out there. Yeah. Coming from where I was coming from. Yeah, sticks. And I swear to God, I was like, for 1 second, I look to the right of my field of view, and I saw this bitch just walking on the side of the road. What was she wearing? Oh, just a white gown. Yeah, and I was like, I think she like the neighborhood drunk, bro. Like, maybe, really, maybe. There's always some logical explanation to that, this or like I was just like, or it got to me that bad. Yeah. So I looked, and she was just like walking on the side. I was like, everything got cold, and my heart just like stopped. And I was like, oh fuck, that's fucking crazy, like, man. I just like froze for a minute, and then like I looked away, but I looked back, and there was nothing there. So I just like hightailed it home from there.
That's
That was
silly,
crazy.
Man. That's wild, man.
I have a couple ghost stories, but just to fill in for Larry over here.
Yeah,
apparently he didn't have any.
I don't really have many ghost stories, bro. That's really it.
But let's wrap things up here. I guess we've been here long enough. Like most people, you'd ask, where does the temple go from here?
Where does the temple go from here, man?
Where does the temple go from here?
Man, keep on feeding the people. That's the main thing. Like, that's how the temple got here, is feeding the people. So keep on feeding the people, man, whatever they want to have, man, whatever they want to eat, whatever they want to be served, and you'll get exactly wherever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, my main thing now, man, is to get to the point, man, because we have a core group of the THCtemple, man, that show up to anything, no matter what we put up. We can be dissecting a frog. We can be we could be fucking an old lady. Like, we can do anything. Like, there's a section of people that will show up to anything we're doing that's contacting them. But we're kind of, you know what I'm saying, we're kind of trying to get them along with people who, you know what I'm saying, we're just trying to mix it up, man, and trying to get to a combination of a point to where we're getting the people who will show up to whatever we would upload, and also those people who showed up to, you know what I'm saying, the reason they subscribed to us in the first place. So, yeah, like, that's just on a YouTube tip, man. Just getting those people, man, in the motherfucking mix, man. Like I said, as long as I can get the people who are here for whatever mixed in with the group who are here for, hey, man, we kind of want a specific thing, then we're satisfied over there. Other than that, man, is just overall happiness, man, the overall peace for the world, man. You know, like, it's THCtemple, so we do what he do. We make it do what he do, and anything that don't, we don't, man. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's really as deep as it goes on that side of the town. You know what I'm saying? On that side of the world.
And so you're gonna continue live streaming. We were talking about that earlier. So there's
definitely
some stuff in store for everybody.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know if you want to talk about
the live stream. Yeah, definitely. We're definitely gonna live stream and videographer and all of that shit. Cause the whole thing about it, man, there's the people who show up, like I said, to everything that we do, live streams, videos, whatever the case is. So we're gonna feed those people along with feeding the people who like to see the more professional and the more, like, thought out, drawn out, edited out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna feed both of those people without not to say alienating anybody, because I mean, like, we're not out here to fucking just get everybody. You're never gonna do that. But what we want to do is those people who love the THC, we want to keep those people in, and the people who are kind of on the borderline, like, we like THC, he's a okay fella. We want to give them reassurance that, hey, you signed on to a good guy. Like, this isn't no flaky, shaky, wakey, bakey. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really in the building. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. That's really it.
Do people ever call you THC? Just THC?
I mean, a few. Most people call me Larry or Jug or, you know, a certain name. Jug. THC hasn't really been a certain name. If they're calling me THC, they're throwing the temple to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, THC, I don't know. Like, I guess THC is so, you know, solid. Like, THC is only weed, so I guess that's why they don't call me, hey, THC. Like, maybe if I told them to, they would, but nah.
Shout out to Jug Jones, if you know who that is. You've been around that long.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Jug Jones. It's like a lot of people just refer to me straight up as Jug, and like when they do that, I feel good because I'm like, oh shit, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be addressed as Jug. So it lets me know. That's what I'm saying. A whole lot of this has been a learning experience, man, and just learning what works and what doesn't work.
You're never gonna stop learning, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah. You're right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, just learning what does work, what doesn't work, and that lets me know right there, you know, that's something like the whole Jug thing, like. You know, just keep on doing that, and people already fuck with it and gravitate to it, so keep on doing it. Because a lot of things, it doesn't matter what you think about it, it matters what the people gravitate to, so, exactly.
So look forward to 2019 on the THCtemple. It's going to be some new stuff, some stuff that hasn't really been done before.
Exactly. Like I said, man, every day we're trying to introduce some new stuff. Like last night, bro, did a whole shaving job with toothpaste, bro. Like, y'all think this is shaving cream? Yeah, man. I shaved my whole face with toothpaste. Shaved the whole entire face over there at THCtemple. Like, you'll see some whole insider new type of stuff, man. You learn something new every day. That's what you see over there.
Shout out to Harry's shaving utensils. I shaved right before coming here. Got the boy looking right.
Yeah, Harry's and toothpaste.
Harry's and toothpaste.
Harry's and.
What was the brand?
Exactly. There you go. Or is it Crest? I don't even know. It's Colgate. It's a matter of fact, Colgate. Colgate.
It's probably the best.
The check. My bank account is open and ready for you. Bank account number 38820.
All right. So where can people find you if they don't know who you are?
If people don't know who I am, they can go on YouTube and type in THC.
Damn, I wish I could do that.
Temple. Like right after that temple, look, like even here on my own little shirt, it's a little THC with a temple under it. THCtemple on YouTube. And there you go. Thank you, man. But if you go on YouTube and type in THCtemple, there you go. You'll be right there at my channel, and everything will be all fine.
You only live stream on YouTube. Do you live stream on Twitch or just YouTube?
I have a Twitch, but I haven't really. I have live streamed up there like a time or two. But other than that, like, I don't really live stream over there. But, I mean, if you go over there and stumble upon the THC, you can go on Twitch, type in the THCtemple, and I'll be over there. You know what I'm saying? You can follow that channel, subscribe to it. I think it's only a follow. Like, it's not subscribe, like, pay subscribe. But you just follow it, and if I ever, live stream over there, you'll see it. But mainly, I do my thing on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You type in THCtemple on YouTube. You go up there. You subscribe to that. Fucking subscribe to them post notifications or whatever the case is. It's all free. 99 cents, whatever the shit costs. Cause it might be the year 2020. The niggas might start charging for subscriptions. I don't know what it is, but I'm ready for it. Whatever the case is, this podcast, we saw the future. Like, we saw that shit, nigga. But, you know what I'm saying? THCtemple, we right there, bro. You come over there, you join us, bro. We'll treat you like family. Because you are family, if you ask me.
So where can they find you on Instagram?
Instagram is at I am Larry Jones. You go up there in the search thing. You type in I am Larry Jones. You not Larry Jones. I be Larry Jones. But you'll find me, man. So we be over there. We be kicking it. We be spooling it. We be doing it. You may see some live streams. Some pictures, you know what I'm saying? Me rocking some fly-ass, fancy-ass clothes. Like whoever designed this fancy-ass shit that I'm rocking right here. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's it. I am Larry Jones. It's as simple as that. You know how to spell Larry. You know how to spell Jones. If you don't know how to spell neither one of those, either you go back to third grade or you Floyd Mayweather. Either one of the two. I don't know which one it is. You can switch it out, flip it up, but yeah.
Or where can they find you on Twitter?
Probably not.
Can they find you on TikTok?
You definitely won't find me on TikTok. Who do I look like? A 43-year-old sexual predator? I'm definitely not on TikTok. There's one website I'm definitely not on. Like, fuck all the rest of the bullshit. But no, like, yeah, Twitter. I do have some Twitters. I think it definitely is at I am Larry Jones at Twitter too. And it's not THCtemple, it's at the THCtemple. So if you type in at THCtemple, you might fucking find an old lady got there sticking porcupines up her pussy or some crazy shit. I don't know what the fuck they be doing on the internet nowadays, but you gotta type in at the THCtemple and you'll find me over there at Twitter and Twitch too. So at all the websites is the THCtemple, like, cause I'm the one. The regular THCtemple, he beat me to it.
Damn.
I ain't gonna sit here and act like he, you know what I'm saying, he plagiarized. He just beat me to it. How about that?
All right.
Show this in the court of law. But other than that, yeah, that's how y'all find me.
I think that's it, guys.
That's it. Shout out to my homie Felipe, bro. How did they find you?
You'll find me in the description when I come up with all this shit.
Find him in the description. Guys, find him everywhere.
Just scroll down and you'll find out all about me.
Right on now.
We're making history right now. Thank you
making history. It's
tuning
right
into
here.
the first ever episode of the Weird Show.
Right here on Turn Into It. Shouts out to
look forward to
for having me very lit at the end of this, and all on medications, and Felipe.
Look forward to next week for the next week's video.